Hello and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano, and today Jen Klein and John Harrell are here from the Friends of the Blue Hills. We've got a major update coming up. Many events still to go this season. They'll tell us all about them. First, though, we take a look at the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, it's kind of gray out there. It's overcast. We have off and on showers possible throughout the day. A little drizzle and mist. 73 degrees right now. Won't get much warmer than that today with highs only in the mid-70s. Kind of muggy tonight under partly cloudy skies. Lows will drop off into the upper 60s. A little warmer tomorrow. A little more sunshine, also still a chance of a shower in the morning. Highs tomorrow in the upper 70s. We're back to summertime warmth here on Wednesday. Little heat and humidity with highs Wednesday into the mid-80s. A little unsettled on Thursday afternoon with some showers around and highs in the low 80s here on Thursday. Again, 73 and cloudy in Quincy right now. Checking out the news for you today. Early in-person voting for the September 1st state primary begins in Quincy this coming Saturday. City Clerk Nicole Crispo explains that voters may cast ballots at City Hall this weekend and all of next week.
This time we're going to be September 1st, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. The polling locations will all be open across the city. We also provide last day to register to vote in person, August 22nd till 5 p.m. here at City Hall. That online you can register up until 11:59 p.m. on August 22nd. Early voting starts on August 22nd and 23rd here at City Hall, 8:30 to 2:30. August 24th through August 28th, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
And the last day to request a mail-in ballot for the primary is August 25th. Crispo says over 5,000 Quincy voters have already requested a mail-in ballot. She is predicting a 20 to 25% voter turnout for the primary on September 1st. Looks like the city of Quincy may be getting some federal funding after all to complete a seawall repair project on Howe's Neck. State Representative Jackie Chan says that he attended a recent meeting with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, which he says indicated that it would provide over $500,000 in federal grant money to repair the seawall along Mannett Avenue to Nut Island.
And it was actually a very productive meeting, I'll be very frank. It was very productive. A lot of engineering talk. I'm not an engineer, so I wasn't clear exactly what the engineering talk was about. And of course, a lot of bureaucracy. And the city government, as well as MEMA, did a great job on the bureaucratic conversation on what they need to do. And I'm pretty comfortable now that the city, working with MEMA and FEMA, will secure this funding, meeting a number of different deadlines in document and permitting deadlines that FEMA is looking for. The response from FEMA is largely the fact that a lot of these cases open from 2018. As they go through the records, it's 2026. They would like to start clearing their plate a little bit on these open things from 8 years ago, which is not unreasonable. But they're also super reasonable on helping us out on securing this funding to complete those parts of the seawall. And the city and MEMA and FEMA is going to follow conversation to ensure that everybody knows what's being looked for and get the job done. Hopefully, actually, it needs to be not hopefully it needs to be done by December 31st, 2027.
Now, FEMA had previously said that it was rescinding over $7 million in grant money to Massachusetts, including over $500,000 for the Quincy project. But Chan says Senators Markey and Warren arranged for that meeting with FEMA. He's now confident that the Quincy funds will be approved. A recent graduate of Quincy High School has been named the 2026 Youth of the Year by the Dorchester Boys and Girls Club. Audrey Talent was named for that honor during the recent National Boys and Girls Club Week. Talent received commendations at the State House from Governor Maura Healey, State Senator John Keenan of Quincy, and State Representative Jackie Chan of Quincy. The Boys and Girls Club praised Audrey for using, quote, her voice every day to make a positive impact on the community. Audrey is also a swim instructor, a lifeguard, and a hostess at Sullivan's Restaurant on Castle Island. Audrey hopes to become a clinical psychologist. She'll be studying health psychology at Emmanuel College in Boston this fall. City of Quincy now has a copy of the Declaration of Independence. Recently, State Senator John Keenan of Quincy and Representative Jackie Chan of Quincy presented Mayor Thomas Koch with a historically accurate replica of the Declaration of Independence at Quincy City Hall. Now, the state's presenting replicas of the historic document to all 351 cities and towns as part of the America 250 celebration. Thousands of people enjoyed a variety of free live outdoor entertainment in Quincy this past weekend. The 70s, 80s, and 90s dance party on Saturday on the Hancock Adams Common in Quincy Center was a big hit for people of all ages. And then the 39th annual August Moon Festival on Coddington Street in Quincy Center yesterday featured more free live entertainment and a wide variety of food and beverages. Other free events this past weekend included live music on Wollaston Beach in Quincy yesterday and the Friends of the Ruth Gordon Amphitheater show this past Friday night. Interfaith Social Services here in Quincy recently inducting 29 of their volunteers into their Maddie Lang Volunteer Hall of Fame. A volunteer appreciation night was held at the Quincy Sons of Italy earlier this month to honor those volunteers and also to honor Cohane Funeral Home as Interfaith's 2026 Community Partner of the Year for their outstanding commitment to volunteerism. The evening included dinner, a lively round of trivia. Each year, Interfaith recognizes volunteers who've served regularly for at least a year. The award is named after Maddie Lang, who gave decades of his life serving Interfaith's clients. Interfaith has over 165 volunteers who serve in their food pantry, thrift shop, or on their board of directors. It's our check of news for you today. Coming up, the Friends of the Blue Hills are preparing for a busy rest of the season. We'll get an update next. Welcome back. Still plenty of great weather to be had, to have all kinds of fun experiences in the Blue Hills reservations. So Jen Klein and John Harrell are back from the Friends of the Blue Hills to tell us what's going on. Welcome back.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Great to see you both. Really appreciate the opportunity to let folks know what's going on in the Blue Hills. Jen, there is so much that's already happened. And there's still so much left to go.
Yes.
It's actually a year-round experience, right?
It very much is, but I would say summer and fall are probably peak.
For sure.
Peak activity in the Blue Hills.
For
Never
sure.
a dull moment these days.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we go into any of that, just a really brief, what are the Friends of the Blue Hills?
Yep, so Friends of the Blue Hills is a nonprofit organization that's celebrating our 50th anniversary in 2027. And we are the nonprofit that stewards and cares for the Blue Hills Reservation. We work in partnership with DCR to take care of the trails, maintain habitats, and do lots of public programming to engage more people and connect more people to the Blue Hills.
Right. 50 years next year.
50 years next year, yes.
We'll have to have you back for more talk about that, I'm sure.
Yes. We'll have a year-long anniversary celebration.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many Friends of the Blue Hills are there, just roughly?
Yeah, so on our staff, there's just 5 of us.
Right,
So we're
Small but
very,
mighty.
very small but mighty. But as far as our membership goes, we have about 1,500 members that support the organization and allow us to do the work that we do in the park.
Yeah, and how does one become a friend of the Blue Hills?
You become a member. That's a good question. You become a member by going to our website, friendsofthebluehills.org, and click join. And for $30 a year, you can support the work that we're doing in the park.
Absolutely, and it's open to anyone.
Anyone.
Right? Yeah.
Anyone.
All ages.
All ages. Yep.
All
So
locations.
the park is free. All of our programming is free.
Right.
That funding, that $30 a year, really allows us to keep doing all of this work
Yes.
and keeping it free.
How has the season been going so far?
It's been incredibly, I'm like, whew.
Yeah.
It's been very busy,
Yeah.
but all good things.
Yeah.
We've had a number of programs constantly. We probably have at least 6 public programs a week.
It's amazing.
In the park. We're doing trail work at least once or twice a week this time of year in the park. And then coming up, we have some of our biggest events of the year are really coming up in the next month.
Yes.
So it's actually a great time to be here speaking with you.
Yeah.
We have our annual fundraiser celebration. That is September 17th.
Yeah.
That is our one and only sort of fundraiser that we do for the park, aside from membership that we just talked about.
Right.
So this is sort of a party. You buy your tickets. It's $85 for a member. It's $100 for a non-member. And it's your typical sort of fundraiser event. We have a silent auction with, at this point, I think we have about 65 items, all from local businesses from Quincy, Milton, Dedham, Canton, local artists that have all donated to help raise funds for the park.
Nice.
We have music, food, dancing, all that sort of fun stuff.
Yep.
So
the Great Escape annual celebration, September 17th, Thursday evening, 6 to 9 at the Irish Cultural Center in Canton, which is within the Blue Hills area.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. And so you need to get tickets beforehand? Or?
Get tickets
Yes.
beforehand,
Okay.
yep, so that we can plan for food,
Gotcha.
food and all that fun stuff. But yes, I hope to see lots of our community there.
Oh, yeah. About how many folks do you hope?
We're hoping for at least 100.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So as of today, we're at about 55.
Oh, okay.
So about a little more than halfway there.
So get in on it quick.
Yes.
Is there a deadline to reserve your
There's
tickets?
no deadline, so
Okay.
you can buy up until the day before the event.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. And do you need more auction items? Is there opportunity for that?
There is,
Yes?
yep. So if anyone watching, if you have a local business or you're a local artisan and you want to donate to the silent auction, please reach out.
Okay.
Still looking for items. We're also still looking for sponsors for the event. So if there's a local business that wants to sponsor, please reach out.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is kind of your signature fundraiser?
This is our signature and only fundraiser.
it,
This
yeah.
is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the big one.
This is the big one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
But before that, there's a fun event coming up later this month.
There is.
Yes.
Yes. Not that the fundraiser's not fun.
Of course.
But,
I should say a unique event.
we like to put the fun in fundraisers.
That's right.
But yes, coming up this month, we have the first of its kind outdoor concert at Quincy Quarries. And
The hills literally will be alive with the sound of
the
music.
sound of music, yes. And John can share more about that event and how it's tied into a larger initiative that we're doing that week.
Oh, great. Please, John. Yeah, tell us.
Yeah, so this outdoor concert, I want to shout out Mass Cultural Council, be able to fund this outdoor concert. Julia Chisholm, local artist, great music, a lot of covers, her own music. But yeah, Jim mentioned previously, next week we have our big Leave No Trace spotlight. Leave No Trace is a nonprofit organization based out of Colorado, and they really thrive on principles to preserve and conserve the outdoor green spaces. So like some of the principles are travel and hike on durable surfaces, be nice to wildlife, be nice to others. There's a list of 7, I won't go more into detail, but next Thursday we have a training for staff, partners, volunteers. Will be a closed door session. We learn more about Leave No Trace. And then that Friday we have pop-up education at Houghton's Pond in the afternoon, so feel free to stop by. Leave No Trace will have their big tent. They'll have their Subaru. You won't miss us. We'll be out there with partners as well, talking about our respective organizations.
Yeah.
And then next Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., we're going to do a stewardship project. We'll have 3 different events. We'll have a trash pickup, we'll have brushing, and we'll actually have some trail maintenance as well.
Okay. And meets at the same location?
Yep, Houghton's Pond as
Houghton's
well.
Pond,
Yep.
okay. So that's a good jumping off point.
No sign up required. We'll just do waivers
Okay.
when we get there, and they'll be separated into
Okay.
respective areas.
Okay. And is there a cost for that at all? Or
All free.
this is
All
voluntary?
free.
Yeah, all free
All
event.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
free.
and the concert really is sort of culminates that whole Leave No Trace event
Yes.
to celebrate.
Yes, so it's
Yeah.
August 28th, 5:30 to 7:30 with singer-songwriter Julia Chisholm.
Who's a Quincy native.
Okay, good to
Yes,
know. Thank you
yes.
for that. And where exactly, Jen, is this happening in the quarries?
Yeah.
That's at the Quincy Quarries.
It's a big place,
It's
John.
a big part. Yeah. Just.
I know, trying to give folks
Yeah.
I don't know
perspective.
remember
Yeah.
the street. It's not.
Yeah,
County,
so there's one main parking lot right at the quarries, kitty corner from Granite Links Golf Course. Park there. You can also park at the ball fields,
Yep.
the Quincy ball
Also
fields.
off Shooty Drive. Okay.
Yep, exactly. And walk on in, and in the hub of the quarries, sort of
Yeah.
where all the rock climbing happens, and
Where all the graffiti
all
is.
the graffiti is. Yep. We'll be set up right in there for our concert.
It's kind of like a natural amphitheater, really.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's something that we've wanted to do for a while,
Really?
and this Leave No Trace event really gave us a good excuse to do it, because the quarries are so unique in that in the sense that they really highlight that people do leave a trace, right, with all the graffiti
Well,
and
right.
stuff that's there.
Well, the quarries themselves are a
our
trace,
human impact, right?
Yeah.
And so it just seems like a really interesting space to tell this story about how do we live in our impact in nature,
Yeah.
but also bring people out to a part of the park that many people actually don't get to that section of the park at all.
For sure.
So,
Folks
yeah.
that have lived there all their lives probably
Yes,
have never seen
yes,
it. Yeah, so-
yes. People go to Houghton's Pond,
Yeah.
people go to Trailside, right? Like the Shea Rank,
Yep,
sort of the
the main
tried
areas.
and true areas.
That's
but
right.
yes, not so much here, and we really want to spotlight a very cool area of the park, and an area that, in our opinion, is pretty special, but needs some Leave No Trace principles applied.
I think it's news to folks that the quarries are part of the Blue Hills Reservation. They
Yeah.
probably aren't even aware
Yes,
of that, right?
yeah, definitely,
So do you
definitely.
think there'll be future programs there? Or-
Yeah, we're trying. So John and I are actively trying to engage that part of the park.
Okay.
So the concert's just one thing that we've been doing there. The other that John's been leading this year is Miles and Mimosas.
Oh, yes, I do remember this from the last time you were here.
So John can share more about that. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, Miles and Most is a great experience with Granite Links Golf Course,
Yeah.
just down the street from Quincy Quarries,
Yeah.
where the first 2 hours I lead a guided hike
Okay.
in the Blue Hills. We've done Quincy Quarries, and we also started at Shea Rink as well. But you go on a 2-hour hike, a lot of educational programming along in the hike, and then we end up right along the driving range, get a great view of Boston,
Yes.
beautiful golf course there, and enjoy complimentary mimosas.
Oh, very
With
nice.
a open bar, food, if you're interested in partaking afterwards.
I didn't realize this was going to be an ongoing event. I thought it was just that one time. So,
Yeah.
But this is an ongoing event?
So this year was our pilot program.
Right.
We have our third and last hike this year,
Okay.
September 13th.
Oh, all
it's a
right.
Sunday.
So it's still time.
From 10 to 1 p.m.
Okay. And free?
That one,
No, it's-
unfortunately, not free,
Okay.
but it is $12 for members and $15 for non-members.
All
So
right.
there's a discounted ticket
Very
for members.
reasonable, certainly,
Yeah.
yeah. But the concert, though, is free.
Concert
Free.
is free.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, do you know, Jen, is Julia Chisholm, is she connected to this movement, this Leave No Trace movement?
She's not,
Okay.
but we really wanted to spotlight an artist that was local to Quincy.
Okay.
So yeah,
Is it like an acoustic performance?
it is.
or-
Yep, it will be acoustic.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah, all right.
yes. So that makes it extra special.
Yeah, and that time it's going to be kind of twilight time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it'll be a very nice,
Should be beautiful.
intimate setting. Yeah.
Should be beautiful. Yeah.
You're encouraging folks to carpool, I see on the flyer here.
Yeah,
'cause it is
yeah,
limited
because parking is limited
Anybody
over there.
that's gone to an event at Granite Links knows is limited parking.
No,
yeah.
yes, definitely. And for all of our events, just trying to practice a good environmental ethic.
Sure.
We try to encourage people as often as possible, please carpool.
Not only that,
Parking
but
is
the cost of
limited
gas, too.
throughout the Blue Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What a great way to have a summer evening, for sure. Now, John, you are also in charge of volunteer at Friends of Blue Hills, right?
Correct.
Yeah. How many volunteers have you got now?
We just did the tally a few weeks ago. I believe last year, 2025, we had 679.
Wow.
This year, expected to be around 800.
Fantastic.
Via students, corporate groups that we work with,
Yes.
our typical normal volunteers or volunteer leaders. It's just growing tremendously.
Yeah, what do you attribute that to? Just
I
outreach, or-
think, Jen, our whole team,
Yeah.
really just growing our programming, leadership development training. We offer more to those volunteers that want to take the next step. They volunteer once, they love it, they want to lead a group of volunteers. We provide that training, all free of cost.
Yes.
Even our leaders we've given them back first aid, trail safety classes,
Yeah,
CPR.
So there's opportunity for growth there.
Exactly,
yeah.
You know, getting some durable skills that they could use in their lives
Totally.
going forward,
Yeah.
and maybe pass on to another generation, right?
100%.
Exactly.
How does one become a volunteer?
Go on our calendar,
Okay.
see that we have volunteer events. There's also a link that says want to be a volunteer. Click here. We have our new system, or you can email me at john@friendsofbluehills.org.
Okay.
But we have multiple volunteer opportunities a week and a
Okay,
month. Yeah.
and training goes with the.
Yep, training goes with it as well.
Okay. Do you get to kind of pick what your assignment is, or? Okay.
If you make a volunteer profile, there's different options. Like I want a table.
Right.
I'm going to be part of like mailings, do trail stewardship, invasive species removal.
Yes.
We tailor all of our volunteer opportunities towards whatever they want.
You want folks to be able to do what they want to do,
Yeah.
right? So
Yes.
they'll keep doing it.
Exactly.
And tell folks about it. Yeah. Good for you, Jen, for
Yeah.
growing this organization.
Yeah. It's
And I know bringing John on was part of that.
yes, he's been incredible asset
Yeah.
to this organization, and very happy to have him on the team.
Yeah.
For sure. I can't take all the credit.
No leader ever does, right?
No. But just so many things going on between the Leave No Trace effort, the concert, the annual celebration. We also, on September 26th, is Blue Hills Fest. That's probably worth noting.
Please.
So Blue Hills Fest, it's the first of its kind. It's basically a collaborative effort amongst all the organizations that operate and in the Blue Hills are all hosting events on that day. And there'll be a punch card that people get, and if you visit 6 of the 12 partners that day, you get entered into a raffle to win some great prizes.
Like a passport.
Like a passport,
Fun,
yes.
yeah.
Yep. So, for example, Friends of Blue Hills will be running a scavenger hunt at Houghton's Pond.
Okay.
DCR will be there with their state archaeology team,
Very good.
setting up an archaeology site for people to experience
Fun.
that. New England Base Camp will have rock climbing going on for the public that day. The ski hill will have their ski lifts operating, so people can ride their ski lifts up to the top of Great Blue.
Yes.
Mass Audubon will have live animal programs throughout the day. And then the Wakefield Arboretum at the end of the day, they're going to have music, food, beer tent, all sorts of
Wow.
things. I'm probably missing some partners in there, but it's going on from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Okay.
Anyone can come at any point in the day. You
Yes.
can start at any partner anywhere in the park.
Yes.
You'll get your little passport
Yep.
card, and off you
You're
go.
off and
Yeah,
running.
yeah, and it's really a chance for all the partners to come together, celebrate together, and encourage people. Because a lot of people, just like they might only go to one section of the park, they may not know that besides Friends of the Blue Hills, Mass Audubon operates in the park, or Scouts operates in the park, and AMC operates in the park.
I think that's true. I didn't know that.
So it's really a chance to introduce people to all that the park has to offer.
Blue Hills Fest.
Blue Hills Fest,
Okay.
September 26th.
September
10 to 7.
26th, 10 to 7.
Yes.
Be there.
Be there.
Absolutely.
Even
yes.
be part of there.
Yes, and the rain date will be the next day.
Oh, we don't want to talk
yes,
about
we don't
that.
want to talk about that, but if
But
in the
it's
event,
a reality.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
How are what was the overall condition, would you say, now of the reservation, Jen?
Yeah, I think it's thriving
Yeah.
compared to, when I first got introduced to
Yep.
the Blue Hills, 15, 20 years ago. I think the park is thriving today. I think there's more people visiting it in a positive way than ever before. There's less trash than I've ever seen in the park
that right?
before.
That's great.
We have more volunteers engaged than ever before. I think it's overall doing great, and our partnership with other entities doing work in the park, that partnership is strong, which is great, which all makes for a better park.
Yes.
Because the Blue Hills, as I talk about it a lot, it's the largest urban open space, in the Northeast.
7,000 acres, right?
7,000 acres, and
In the midst of a couple of million people.
right? Yeah, millions of people.
Right.
And yet you feel like you're in wilderness
Yes.
when you're there. So it's actually doing pretty great.
That's good to hear.
Wildlife is thriving, trails are thriving, things are great.
Yeah. So John, I know you come from the Midwest, or
Montana.
Montana.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so quite a starkly different atmosphere here than there, I'm sure.
Yeah, the trails are harder here. I'll tell you.
Really?
Interesting. There's no such thing as a switchback, but I love the Blue Hills.
Yeah.
I'm out there 3 to 4 times a week. Like Jen said, it's clean, it's beautiful. The trails are well maintained thanks to our volunteers, our trail adopters. Another way to volunteer is
Right.
adopting a trail.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's beautiful. People at Hodes Pond love it. Not a bad thing to say.
Friendsofthebluehills.org.
Yep.
That's the main website.
Yep.
All over social media, I'm guessing, as well.
Yep,
So
yep, Facebook, Instagram,
find you there.
LinkedIn, all that, yep,
all
exactly.
the places. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the update. Great to talk to you and promote the Friends and the reservation.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Joe.
You're very welcome. We'll have you back too, of course.
Always, always.
Just enough time to check the forecast. Nice day to get out in the Blue Hills. It's not raining. It's cool. It's cloudy. It's in the mid-70s this afternoon. It'll be in the upper 60s this evening. Kind of humid. Tomorrow it starts to warm up just a bit. It'll be a little unsettled probably in the morning. Some sunshine later. We're full on summer here on Wednesday. Hot, humid, mid-upper 80s, and a little unsettled again on Thursday. Right now the long-range forecast for next weekend looks spectacular. Let's hope that holds. Thanks again to Jen Klein, John Harrell for joining us from the Friends of the Blue Hills. Thank you to our crew, and thank you for watching. Coming up on Friday, please join us. We will welcome the Quincy Salvation Army to the program. Meantime, check our website anytime. It's qatv.org. You'll find all of our latest programs. There's news and information, video on demand, live streaming, and much more. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a great week.